Hey guys, we're going to set up another campsite right here. I want to go ahead and get it done before dark. It'll be nice and light and I can show you what I'm doing. I'm down in a, I don't know if you call it a ravine or a gully or a valley, but you can see that back behind me it's not a mountain, it's a big hill. Now you wouldn't want to camp down in here if it was at the foot of a mountain or where there was danger of flash floods, but I got a nice small creek right here. And I think I found a place that I want to set up camp. So let's get started on this. All right, now this right here is a perfect spot. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a big old tree. What you want to do, the first thing you want to do with a tree, is you want to act like a 12-year-old kid. You want to bounce up and down on it. Make sure it's good and safe. Alright. You want to make sure it's good and safe. A lot of people would just throw a tarp over this thing. And that's no problem if you're on flat land, high land, or you're not worried about bugs and stuff. But this right here is at an angle, and it's going to rain tonight, so we're going to do some things differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off some of my gear, and I'm going to show you what I got to work with to start out with. Alright, now pretty much all you need for this shelter is you need a tarp. You need a tarp and rope. But I've decided in my old age I'm wanting to kind of branch out a little bit when it comes to comfort, so this time I brought me a bedroll. So, alright. We're going to get started on this thing now. I got my rope, tarp, and bedroll. Like I say, you don't have to have the bedroll, it just makes life easier. Alright, let's get started on this. Alright. I drug me out a couple of branches right here. Didn't even have to cut none down. I found some there. Alright, now, a few little things that I've done, or that I do in the times that I've done this before. A few little tricks that make this stuff just go a lot smoother. And one of the things that I want to do is take the tarp, roll it out, okay? Whew, pretty long tarp. All right, what I want to do is I want to pick out a couple of eyelets. I'm going to mark right up here. That's where one eyelet is, and I'm going to come down here, and the tarp don't need to be but about as long as my body, so I'm going to mark the other one about right here. Alright, now don't need the tarp right now. Alright, what I need now is my rope. One of these branches. This ain't gonna make sense at first, but it will after I get going. Alright. Put that branch right there. Kind of awkward. Now this shelter works good if the ground is all muddy too. Works real good. Works good because nothing's gonna touch the ground when you're done. Now, chuck that under. Take this rope right here and tie it off. Let's see. This is a funny position, ain't it? I figure I'd let you get your kicks for a minute. Alright. Okay, I got my mark here. And I got that thing right there tied off. Now, I come over here and carry that rope around. And I put it right there. Okay? And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get that fairly level. Okay? Pull it back over again. Alright. Tie that off just a couple of times, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start looping the rope. And I wanna mark about halfway. About halfway I'm gonna mark it. Now, I'm gonna start looping this rope around it. Alright, see that right there? I'm gonna loop that rope around it. I'm gonna make a bunch of loops, and instead of wasting a bunch of camera time getting you to watch it, I'm gonna loop it and then I'll get back with you. Alright, now as you can see, I didn't want to waste a bunch of camera time, but what I did is I tied off that one tree limb right up there, and then I started looping the rope around, and I got the loops the same, okay? Now, when I got to the middle, I tied it off tight. Kind of helps keep everything from slipping around. And then when I got down here, I tied this off. Normally you have a little bit of rope left at the end, and that's what you tie your other stick on, but I didn't, so that's okay. I got a little more rope right here, which is perfectly fine. I got some stuff in the way right over here. I'm gonna get out of the way. I don't want this stuff in the way of my tarp. That'll work. Alright, I think that's gonna work. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this other limb right here, and I lay it where I made my mark where my grommets are. My grommets for my tarp, okay? So, I'm gonna tie this sucker off. Let me go ahead and tie this off, and then I'll get back with you after it's tied, okay? Alright, as you can see, I got this other one right here tied off. So, what we got now is we got a branch, and we got our rope loops going up the tree right here, and then I got another branch up there, okay? Now, the next part is going to be, I'm going to take my bedroll, and I'm going to show you how to put the bedroll in it. Okay, now what I need now, let's see, that's what I need right there. I need some small pieces of paracord. They's jumping right out at me. All right, what you want to do is you want to fold this thing up. Now this is another deal that it just comes with experience. That this is something I do that it makes it a lot easier to do. But basically, let's see. What you want to do is you want to fold it up. You want to fold it up in 3 places like this right here. Okay. Just like you're tying your shoes up. Because you're going to wind up pulling it anyway. Alright. You're going to do that just like that. You're going to do it in 3 places. Alright, I'm going to do the other 2, and then I'll get back with you so as I don't waste time. Alright. Alright, I got my bedroll done. As you can see, this is the way I have it right here. Okay, I got it tied off with paracord just like, you know, the knots you'd use on shoelaces. Alright, now what you want to do, come down here, okay? You want to come down here. So what you want to do is you want to feed it through the loops, okay? But tying it up helps feeding it through. Now if you got a few extra, you want to maybe move it up a little bit. Alright. Move it down a little bit. Alright. Alright, I got an extra loop there. Now, what you want to do, you just pull these and let it spring out. Alright. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to unroll my tarp and throw it up there. And you can use the paracord that you just use up there for your tying off the tarp. You get the idea here. I'm gonna tie this off with my paracord, and after I got this tied off, I'll get back with you.